Garrett Wolfe, bassist for BANDZILLA, back again.
What the hell? I'm going to walk in this way this time because there's more room. How you doing?
With the entering from a different place, Dr. Richard Niles.
Yes, a different perspective. That's what BANDZILLA gives you, a different perspective on music, time, space, continuing, all of those things that we like.
Great segue to the next song, because this song is definitely
Tell me a little bit about how
different.
I wrote this song.
Well,
what is the song to start with?
The song is it's LA Existential.
Right, exactly, and that's why we're talking in this weird way, because everything is meaningless, and nothing really matters. But we do like
except for this album.
We do like Madeleines.
Everything's meaningless except for this album.
Yes, indeed, you're right. So this song is called LA Existential, and so I don't know how many of you have had the experience of driving in Los Angeles. I lived most of my life in London, as many of you unfortunately know. But when I came to LA, one of the things that made me realize that life is meaningless is trying to drive in LA. The traffic is disgusting, it's hot and it's unpleasant, and even if you have air conditioning, it's still, you're sitting in your car and life is a parking lot. So what I thought would be, if I thought to myself at first, well, I wouldn't have this problem if I were more stoic, if I was one of those Greek guys from Sparta, and nothing hurt me, I'd be strong, and then I thought it would be even better to be an existentialist if you were driving in LA, because the existentialist would say, well, of course, but not only is driving meaningless, but all of life is meaningless. And so then I started thinking, it gives you a lot of time to think when you're in the car on your own. You can either listen to the radio, and most of that is garbage. So instead of that, you can think about Jean-Paul Sartre, Kierkegaard, Camus, all those cats, Kafka, the cockroaches. You can think about all that stuff, and then it helps you pass the time. So then I thought, there was a movie called LA Confidential, and then I thought to myself, LA Existential. It's a natural title. So that's how the song was written, and it says, if you want to make... Yeah, anyway, the whole the chorus that Kim Chandler sings brilliantly, by the way. She's singing lead and backing vocals on this song. She's saying that, this is, if you ever find it hard, pretend you're soaring Kierkegaard. And it all rhymes, and it's all nice. Kafka or his homie, Jean-Paul Sartre, while driving in LA. That's in the chorus. So if you listen to the lyrics very carefully, by the way, the idea for doubling the trumpet with the vocal line, of course, came from the famous song, which was what was that? It was it was a kind of commercial music from an English, gosh, now I've forgotten what it is. Oh well, it'll come back to me.
Park?
No. Well, it's kind of like that.
Yeah,
but they didn't have the vocals. This thing I'm thinking about, you have the vocals. Anyway, I'm sorry I'm being pathetic, but that's what happens when you get old. And let me warn you, all of you, try not to get old. So here's the thing. This song is kind of groovy, and it's a reggae feel, musically now. Let's talk musically. Okay. It's got a reggae feel, which you manifested beautifully on the bass. And Ian Palmer, who we haven't talked about on this album. Do you realize, I'm going to tell you, Ian Palmer, who is a brilliant drummer, he walked in to this place, and he sat down in my studio, and he nailed this entire album in 3.5 days. The half, thank you, that's right. 3.5 days he nailed the album. He sight read the whole thing. The guy is a bloody genius.
He stuck the charts up on the wall.
Yeah, because they were very long.
Charts.
They wouldn't fit on his music stand, so he actually taped them on the wall. Ian, man, thank you for doing such an incredible job and making life worth living. Now, of course, not to an existentialist, but, and by the way, for those of you who can't hear what Kim's saying at the end, she says, and I don't like Madeleines. Now, the reason she's saying that is because, as we all know, in the famous book, À la recherche de temps perdu, which Monty Python talk about a lot. It's the whole thing takes place while he's sitting at a table drinking tea and eating madeleine. So that's what that was all about. So we just tell silly jokes and have a lot of fun playing music. Of course, there is a guitar solo by yours truly. Thank you. And I tried to have some existentialist fun with that one, and I think you should check that one out.
I think you achieved that.
As Garrett knows, I enjoy something called polymetrics. Buy my book, Polymetrics. You can get it at the We Send Music site. But anyway, the deal is I threw a little bit of polymetrics into my solo, and it was just a tiny bit, but it's enough to show you that I should be committed. And I am committed to great music. So thank you. And then there's an unbelievable, one of the many unbelievable solos on this album by Nigel Hitchcock,
Oh.
the saxophone player who makes all other saxophone players crawl under the table and beg for their mama. So that's what I have to tell you. LA Existential, cool tune. Listen to it while you're in bed with a very small vole.
Let's go to bed.
Okay, that's with a vole. Thank you.